The defensive line, is it better or worse in 2024 compared to the 23 roster? You notice the picture we have there, those of you guys watching on video.
Should sum it up.
Should sum it up there. We see Leonard
Yeah.
Williams in a Seattle Seahawk jersey there. I mean, let's be very frank, it's not. We lose Leonard Williams, who, listen, I know some Giant fans weren't the biggest fan of him because it is mostly because of the trade and the money. It's kind of like the defensive line version of Daniel Jones in that respect. Like, he came in there, people hating him because we shouldn't have traded for him. And then when people hated him because he got paid like $20 million a year because we were forced to pay him because Dave Gettleman put us in that hole by not tagging him. You know, and then we also lost A'Shawn Robinson, who, again, we talked about him a couple times this episode, saying, you know, he's kind of an average player. But let's be honest, we love an average player right now.
Yeah, it goes a long way.
Yeah, you know, you look, obviously we got the best player on this team in Dexter Lawrence. You got Nacho, who underperformed last year. You got Jordan Phillips, who was getting a little long in the tooth at that point. And it's kind of one-dimensional. And then you got DJ Davidson, Ryder Anderson, Jordan Riley, and Timmy Horn that you have no clue what the hell you're going to get of these guys. And you can't have high expectations of them. I don't think anybody watching or listening right now is going, oh, guys, we got DJ Davidson and Ryder Anderson. F that.
We'll see about the Golden Corral.
We're set. Like, if you guys are excited by that, whew, you guys are way too easily excited. Let me assure you that. Because that's a little scary. And, you know, it's weird because I look at, like, there was a lot of talk like what do we need during the draft. We talked about QB, we talked about wide receiver, we talked about corner, we talked about tight end. I didn't hear nearly enough talk about the defensive line. And we did our mock drafts, we talked about it. We always said, hey, listen, the Giants have pretty much always drafted every year a defensive lineman. You kind of expect them to do it. They didn't do it. They didn't pull that trigger. Now they got a couple of undrafted free agents. Maybe they have some confidence in these guys here. Let's be very frank and say that you know, guys like Jordan Riley who were drafted towards the end of the 7th round, there's not that much difference between them and somebody who's undrafted. Really not.
They're wrong.
No. So, you know, we'll see what happens here. Hopefully one of these guys steps it up. Like I said, that's still my hope. Still my hope, my dream here is for one of these guys to step it up.
High hopes.
You've got
high hopes.
I'm high. What?
I'm so high right now.
So high. Everyone needs a towel.
Yeah. You're a towel.
But yeah, it's been a lot of South Park references the last couple episodes. You realize that?
Really?
Between the Canadian QB and but yeah, guys, again, I think this is a group that I'm hoping we get at least one more player added to before the season starts up. You know, whether again it be a guy like Calais Campbell, who I would be so happy if we signed. It's not even funny, or getting a guy gets cut at that point right at the end of the preseason. There, we need some help here, guys. And I don't hear it enough. And this is the position to me that just screams I need help more than any other position on this roster. It really does. I know people are going to talk about corner. Listen, we've drafted some corners. Somebody's got to step it up. And I don't mean drafted corners like we did with the defensive line. We drafted a 7th round and a 5th round guy in the last couple of years. That's not stepping it up like that draft-wise. You're talking about drafting third round. We're talking about 3rd round pick. No, I'm saying a defensive line. At corner, we've used a 1st round pick and a couple 3rd round picks. Like I
was going to say, I was like, wait a minute.
But defensive line, again, a 5th and a 7th.
Yeah.
We haven't gone crazy. You know, we really haven't. So I don't know, you know, what to expect of this group. I think the expectations are kind of crazy to go, oh, well, these guys are fine. We got Ryder Anderson.
I don't think it's that expectation.
Jordan Riley. We got this covered, man. Woo.
I think what they're trying to do is get a little more coverage on the receivers, which works hand in hand with your line and give them a little more time to get to the quarterback. But as soon as you get to the quarterback, it's harder for them to find the receiver. It's It's a balance. It's a little yin yang.
Listen, you can put in a good movie to give me some more time to go back up to Jersey here from Florida, but if you give me a bicycle to do it, it's going to take me a while still.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. They're a bicycle.
We'll find out how long it's going to take you.
I mean, these are when you draft people in the 5th round, 7th round, these are spots that you go, you know what? If these guys develop into a good backup, that's a win. That's the truth of the matter of those positions. When you draft somebody in the 5th round, 7th round, you're going, this would be a nice depth piece. Hopefully they play special teams well. Not, you know what would be great? Let's have a starting defensive line full of 5th rounders and 7th rounders. We have one really good one. The rest will be fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I kind of feel. I kind of feel like the group's been ignored a little bit, to be honest with you. Like I said, hopefully Nacho steps it up and goes back to what he was previously with the Bucks and the Chiefs and all. Hopefully one of these young guys at least steps up to be an average player. And again, you throw a couple average players who are in with, Sexy Dexy there, and you have a good group. It's not there's no hope. It's just there's not a lot of hope.
Yeah. We got a little more than Luke Skywalker. All right.
Exactly.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.